play, so much fun to watch, and you need all 11 guys to be successful, don't you?
Without a doubt. That's teamwork, to be able to put it all together. That play is really probably the most exciting 10 seconds in football.
So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Buccaneers out on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. A little bit of daylight on that first down run sets them up nicely. 8 yards on the carry. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. They'll go again to Jones. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10. 6. Now this throw caught left side. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 15 yards as Tampa Bay picks up the first. They go play action here on first down. Escaping the pressure right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number. Not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense, they spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing.
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Jakeem Grant with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the... And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you. And you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
You ain't doing nothing today.
Third and long. It's Newton. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 44-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, It's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And finally marked down at the 23. And he is finally going to be brought down, but not before he gets it to the Panthers' 23-yard line. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. He's got the first down inside the 10. And down to the 7-yard line. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Scott Miller, his 4th touchdown on the year. As the Buccaneers, and he takes off with it. It's a fake. But he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he'll get into the end zone as the 2-point conversion is successful. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Well, that 2nd down run, a big help. The 7 yards leaves him with just a 3rd and 3 now. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Off play action. Newton. And that's incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Now a play fake, and it's Newton. Rolling to his, and that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Let's get off the field.
Out of the gun, Newton. And now here is action. Picked off at the 35. And it's a big turnover there on the final play of the quarter. And we're back now in Charlotte. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4.
Hey, defense, let's go. Switch it. Come on, switch it.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Check tight.
8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big number. But 20.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Super Bowl 49 hero Malcolm Butler. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early?
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Tack McKinley in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Newton to throw. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Shaquille Barrett, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. McCaffrey. They get 13, but it's not nearly enough, and it'll be 4th down. They had quite a hole to dig out of there on 3rd and long. Not able to get the first, but a pretty good-sized run.
A really good run. But how much confidence do you have in your next play call that you can sell to the head coach? Let's go get it on 4th down. Do you really have a play you believe in, or are you just hopeful? And you got to sell it to the big man before it gets called.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. Ron Rivera, the gambling type, but he comes up empty here. And the Bucs are going to take over with excellent field position to boot. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. 10 yards there and a Buccaneer first down.
But that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 10 yards there and a Buccaneer first down.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
And he's got it. And he's brought down. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Again, he'll drop to throw. This complete to Jones. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. And he takes off with it. It's a fake. And the fake attempt here not going to work. Got a little yardage, but not enough to get to the goal line. Looks like the Panthers' hands team does its job. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
That's to McCaffrey, complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. A good-looking drive so far for the Panthers and a first down here. Back to throw, Newton. Steps away to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Devin Bush make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. To throw is Newton. And it's caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A touchdown saving. And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. Cam Newton, touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Panthers are able to cut into this lead. Gano the extra point, and that'll cut the lead back down to 21. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. He was looking for Chris Godwin that time, but it'll be second down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4. We ain't giving up nothing today. Tighten up.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Let's go, let's go. Mike 54. Mike 54. And let's pin the mirrors back and go.
He'll drop to throw. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
He's going to look deep down the field. This is caught inside the 15. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And here he'll get it down to the 7. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. And did he just clock that? Looked like he tried to stop the clock, but the clock wasn't even moving. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou cut.
And all he takes off with it, it's a fake. I tell you, Charles, you play to the final whistle, I get that, but there are a few folks that might not be too happy with that score late.